Hi, my name is Devalila Veenhof, and I would like to read to you from one of my favorite books of Paramhansa Yogananda, How to Be Happy All the Time. The law of life is designed to teach us how to live in harmony with objective nature and with our true inner nature. If you touch your fingers to a hot stove, they will be burned. The pain you will feel will be a warning, put there by nature to protect you from injuring your body. And if you treat others unkindly, you will receive unkindness in return, both from others and from life. Your own heart, moreover, will grow shriveled and dry. Thus does nature warn people that by unkindness they do violence to their attunement with the inner nature. When we know what the law is and conduct ourselves accordingly, we live in lasting happiness and good health and perfect harmony with ourselves and with all of life. We might ask, what is objective nature and what is our true inner nature? Yogananda taught that our true inner nature is joy and that happiness is our natural state. He also said, objective conditions are neutral. It is the mind that makes them seem happy or sad, good or bad. When we can understand this truth deeply, it is so freeing. The common way to look at life is to see it from the outside in. But in reality, what we experience in life is a reflection of the inside, of our thoughts, and of our inner beliefs. And those are a result of our habits. We have developed those over time, and they have momentum. But when we can pause and reflect and ask ourselves, maybe what I'm projecting outward is not necessarily the only way of looking at this, then we have created the space to allow a change in our response to that outer condition. I want to share a story that happened, that I went through, a learning experience with this. For a number of years, I was an administrator for a website, a teaching website, and our website got hacked. A virus got infected on it. The entire thing was just totally frozen, and we couldn't do anything. And it was a Friday, and the person who could help us was unreachable. Our only tech support person was just he had disappeared. We didn't know where he was. So this is Friday, so now leading into Saturday and Sunday, the website was frozen and completely inaccessible. It was very upsetting, and I did not know what to do. I was powerless over this experience. And going into Saturday, I was just getting more and more upset about this, and then I came to a point where I was asking Master to help me, to show me a different way of looking at this. And then I remembered that statement, objective conditions are neutral. It's the mind that makes them seem good or bad, happy or sad. And I started to look at this as a neutral experience. How can I change my perspective on this? And I started to think about what is the worst thing that could possibly happen. Well, the worst thing that could happen is we never get our website back, and we have to start over from scratch. And once I started to think of it in that way, but in a neutral way, without emotion, without tension, there was a space between the experience that I was having and my reaction to that experience. And I started to relax And I realized that this is not the end of the world and that I had control over my response to this. And this is a deep truth and something that has stayed with me. Sometimes our outer conditions are completely out of our control and we have no way of changing them. We can do our best to change the situation, but sometimes our best is limited. But yet we always have control over our response. And this is where happiness, this is where our doorway to happiness lies. When we can step back and relax a little bit and see this as a neutral experience and that we are actually in control of how we view it. One of the most important keys for my ability to step back and to see this as a neutral experience was meditation. Meditation is one of the greatest tools for training our mind to look inward and not only outward for happiness and fulfillment. Over time, with a consistent practice, we naturally begin to find ourselves less reactive to the ups and downs of life and more able to choose our response in a way that leads to inner peace and happiness. Meditation reinforces right action. We cannot meditate very well if we're not living in harmony with those around us. Our outer life and our inner life are intimately connected. The more we can choose kindness, love, forgiveness, both toward ourselves and others, the easier it is to meditate and the more naturally happy we will become. It is really not so much a matter of learning to be happy as it is a matter of releasing those patterns and habits that block our true nature of joy from shining forth. One act of kindness can sometimes be the catapult to that joy. Start wherever you are. Our growth in life is always directional. We don't have to get everything right all at the start. We merely have to start moving in the right direction, one choice at a time. Namaste. Blessings.